What's happening? Today we're gonna just talk about how to talk to angels. Angels and demons, spirits, aliens, extra-dimensional beings, infrared beings, X-ray beings, ultraviolet beings, all these beings you can't see with your red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet spectrum. There's such a tiny part of the electromagnetic spectrum. You can't see so much of it. But you think seeing is believing. No, believing is seeing. Anyway, channeling is the way of spiritual books. A lot of spiritual books were created through channelers. You know, when people get information, they get it in a stream. The radio created at the same time in two different places in the world. In a sense, a thought came to two people, maybe even 10 people or 20 people, but two people with the resources. And they both created the radio at the same time. And then one of them, I don't know who, but one of them succeeded and got out to the press first. And he is now the creator. The theory of evolution. Charles Darwin and someone else created the idea of evolution, had the theory at the same time. The person who created the polio vaccine two people created it at the same time. Like, what else was it? So many things where people have been creating things at the same time in different parts of the world. So the question is, how do you talk to spirits? Well, spirits are already talking to you. Guides. You know, when you look at crop circles, you see basically aliens gave us electricity. You can believe it, you don't have to believe it. You think we're the only one in this entire universe that exists, right? You just imagine a grain of sand. Imagine a grain of sand in Brighton Beach. No, there's no sand there, there's pebbles. In Bournemouth Beach or Southend. Grain of sand, okay? Now, compare that grain of sand to the size of the world. Compare that grain of sand to the size of the world. That grain of sand is the earth and the world is the universe. So just take a grain of sand from Southend and go to Bournemouth. That's a whole 3-hour drive. Okay, hundreds of miles. That grain of sand to another beach is like another galaxy, bro. The earth is tiny compared to the universe. It's a grain of sand in comparison to the earth. And you think we're the only ones that exist? Does that make any sense to you? The point I'm making is that these beings have telepathic abilities. And the reason we pray, you know, praying isn't just praying. Praying is when you believe into existence. The real prayer is when you recognize that God is talking to you every second of your life. God is talking to you in every second. The spirits, the angels, the demons talking to you every second. And every emotion you have is a reception of a wave, of a source energy that has given you spirit. Whatever, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Muhammad, they are all communicating with you. The reason why people go to church and they say, I believe in Jesus, is because they actually summon Jesus and Jesus helps them. The reason why Islam, they say, I've joined this religion and now my life has changed, because they actually started summoning Allah and Muhammad and all of the saints and gurus and spirits that they want. And God is found everywhere. It just depends on what God you're talking about. There's spirits and there's massive ancient beings that have been coming down. Like if you look at ancient depictions of Indian cultures, like Hinduism, you see gods coming down on like ships. And even in some Jesus paintings, you see Mary praying and a light is coming down from what looks like a spaceship, alien spaceship. And these beings are telepathic and they communicate to you in a non-linear format. a non-linear format, so they don't just say words to you, they don't think thoughts to you. What they do is they send you vibrations, they send you emotions. So when you get that emotion that feels bad, and you're just like, whoa, what is that? I feel terrible right now, and you don't know why, and I'm just blaming it on other people. No, instead, think, we're connected. We all have an aura. We all have an electromagnetic field. We can channel information from source energy. And this is sent to you into your emotions. And if you meditate on your emotions, you feel good about it, you start to feel better and better about it. If you have any thought and you just continue to use your intuition to feel the best about the thought, I promise you the thoughts will start to unravel. Like, I just had a little guilt in my solar plexus chakra, and all I did was, like, I've trained so much right now, I can just suck it up and I can literally raise my vibration, my emotions to the top of my crown chakra. And I got the message. What messages did I receive from that? That I can not feel guilt. I don't have to feel guilt. I can speak my truth. And that was a message. It came and it went. I felt good about it. I felt happy about it. I genuinely had a better perspective, a more optimistic perspective. And the message was, don't feel guilt. You can teach your gifts. You can come out, in a sense, come out as a magician. You know, come out as a God-conscious being, like. And you don't need to be afraid, but you're not going to get, like, burnt at a stake for witchcraft, you know. So these thoughts, energies, they send things to you, and you have to meditate on it. I meditated on the feeling in my sacral, in my solar plexus chakra. Meditate on a feeling, feel good about it. Recognize that every thought, every emotion is a cluster of thoughts that is sent to you, and your job is to release it and feel better about it and feel a higher perspective about it. And that's how you channel, and that's how you speak to spirits. This is Mystery Mastery. I'm Daniel. Peace.